Hi, everybody. So 6 years ago yesterday, which was October 28th, I came out of the closet. And I've learned a lot since then. For 6 years, I've grown. I've gone through a whole shitload of stuff, both good and bad. And because of those things, I've become a better person. I've become more myself. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. Um, some of the bad stuff that happened to me, wasn't so. It was hard. It was really hard to go through, um, especially like when I came out at school. It was difficult because there were some people who made fun of me. There were some people who called me a faggot, and uh, I didn't know what to do because I was afraid. I was afraid of what they were going to do. Um, and I remember one specific instance. It was with this kid in choir. He called me a faggot, and it obviously really upset me. And after class, I went to my choir teacher and I told him what happened, what he called me, and I guess he talked to the student, and that got taken care of, which was great. But it just hurts me that the fact that that happened. And even before I came out in middle school, um, I was called a queer, a pansy. I was called gay. And those were things I didn't want to be. Those were things I didn't want to be known as. So I did anything and everything I could to get a girlfriend. Because I wanted to prove to them that I wasn't gay. Now, it's. I can understand why I did that. Because I was afraid. I mean, one, they were calling me those names to begin with. So, who knows what they would have done. And of course, when I joined the wrestling team 7th grade, that made things worse. Because then people were like, I want to wrestle around him. Of course, I was very skinny. I was 89 pounds in 7th grade. So I was a small kid for a wrestler. And I just, it hurt. It really hurt me. And, I was socially awkward to begin with. And they made me scared. Um, I remember the first time I realized that I really realized that I like guys was sophomore year when I went to a mental institution for suicidal thoughts. The My roommate, I was very attracted to him, and that's when I realized that. I knew I was definitely different. I've always been different. Being a Star Trek fan, being a geek, all that. It's I've always been separated from everyone else, which isn't a bad thing, really. I I enjoy being different, but I don't like being chastised for being different. And I think everyone could agree with that. But since I came out, I've learned more about myself. I've learned my potential as a human being. And I learned what I can do for society, what I am capable of doing to help the cause of same-sex marriage, same-sex adoption, same-sex rights, something that shouldn't even be argued. It should be a given. But and of course, I've gone through some issues with my sexuality. Um, there were times where I felt that you know I I didn't I couldn't find anyone. No one could love me. So then I happened to see someone, a, a female, and I become attracted to her. And it's not it was more of an emotional sense. I mean, there were some sexual components to that attraction, but it was more, I wanted to be loved. And I do anything for that. So I had these thoughts. And so I would declare myself as bi. And after a while, it just didn't work out for me. It didn't feel right. So I declared myself gay again. That has happened a handful of times. It's because I've been so lonely all my life that I mean, to quote a song from Meatloaf, I would do anything for love, but not that. I cannot do this to myself. I cannot do that to myself. I can't deny who I am. You know, I am a gay man, and there's nothing farther from the truth. Whether I fall in love with a woman or not, that's irrelevant. It happens. You fall in love with someone. There's nothing wrong with that. But what was wrong with my situation was the fact that I was lying to myself. And for the past 6 years, I've gone through that constantly. Thank God I haven't lost any friends because I'm gay. But, you know, and I haven't lost any family members. Definitely not any family members. Thank God. I don't know what I'd do if I lost a single family member because I came out. I seriously do not know what I would do. And there were times where that seemed possible. Where it seemed like a possible thing that might happen. Even after I came out, I knew something wasn't right. I knew that even though I came out, and my parents knew, that I knew that they weren't 100% accepted. And that they didn't accept it 100%. But the thing that's most important to me about that is that they're my parents. They love me unconditionally. And that's the way it should always be. I really think that whether or not parents accept the fact that their child is gay, it shouldn't matter how they love them. You know, and with the recent onslaught of gay teen suicides, it's hurt me on a personal level. Because I went through that. I could have been one of those teens that died because I did not feel like life was worth living. Because I had gone through so much shit growing up that it just became too hard to live. I felt it was my only escape. I really did. But thank God I didn't. Thank God I did not go through with it. Because I have so much life ahead of me. I have so many possible things that I can do with my life. And no matter how I get treated, I know that there are people out there that do love me. And just because there's people out there who don't accept me because I'm gay, that's their problem. That's not mine. I remember even while I was going through those times of attempting suicide, I was cutting too. Because I felt like the pain I was going through, the emotional pain I was going through, I could not handle it. It was a sense of self-medication. Because that's all I felt like I could do. It's all I felt like what would work. Because medication wasn't working for me. At least it didn't seem like it. So I cut. I cut on multiple occasions. Thank God none of them were lethal. But I have scars. And these cuts weren't deep. I only had a few ones that that really caused scars. But the scars are irrelevant. What is relevant is the fact that I did it. The fact that I hurt myself because I was hurting inside. And it just became so difficult to live. It's all I felt like I could do. And of course I would hide it. I was ashamed that I did it. And I did it on numerous occasions. Regardless if they were deep or not, I did it. But I'm so happy that I stopped. And then I'm so happy that I'm alive. Because being gay is who I am. And if I killed myself, I would be another gay teen suicide. Back when I was suicidal. And I don't think I could ever imagine myself being on that list. But the fact of the matter is I could have been. But thank God I wasn't. So I've definitely learned a lot since I came out. Definitely. And ever since I did come out, and I started my high school's GSA, I became the first president of the GSA. I got it up and running. I was an active member in the Pride Alliance at my community college. I was vice president at one point. And now, here at Western, I'm an active member of Unity because I feel that I can contribute because of what I've gone through, what I believe in. I believe I can contribute something to society and to the LGBT community because I'm a part of it. In Unity, I do speakers panels whenever I can because I am not afraid to tell my story. I'm not afraid to tell people what I've gone through and how I recovered. And I'm not afraid to come out to people either. Because I'm proud of who I am. And if they don't like that, that's their problem. So if someone asks me, are you gay? I say, yeah. I mean, I have nothing to hide. So, six years ago today, or 6 years ago yesterday, apologies, I became true to myself. And 6 years later, I still am true to myself. And I will never, ever change. Because, to quote Lady Gaga, I was born this way. Take care.